Okay, we're talking about an overloaded system, Child Protective Services, and it's the system we're talking about, not the individuals involved. And again, on our June show, we'll invite anyone from Child Protective Services that wants to talk about this issue so we get their perspective a chance to talk about this as well. But in the few minutes we have left, I want to get into the medication for children, because that's another area that just seems staggering, is the number of kids that are being given medication based on 1 or 2 interviews with a professional. That becomes, Kathleen, you were telling me.
It could just be a situational behavior problem that would be short term, and they are placing them on psychotropic drugs. 2/3 of the children are on psychotropic drugs, and CPS gets more money.
Including ADHD, bipolar. I've got a report here about a family that was taken, 4 children. The youngest child was kept aside from the other 3 children and actually put through the mental facility and given psychotropic drugs, because then she was subsequently associated with bipolar or disorder. Now, she's got the numbers here to show that every child that they can have assigned a disorder, a disability of some sort, mental or abuse, they get extra money. There are bonuses and incentives for every single child and every single household where they can determine that there's a disorder, a disability, or drug abuse, or alcohol abuse. You have a couple glasses of wine a day. They can say, look, there's alcohol in the home, and they get extra money for that.
Yeah.
So again,
they go on witch hunts. They really do.
And we're talking thousands of dollars. Some of the bonuses are $4,000, some are $8,000. Up to about $16,000 per child.
If they have a mental evaluation on the parent, if they can give the parent a mental problem, then they get extra bonuses. If the parents have drug problems, they get extra bonuses for that. So they get all this extra funding, and the parent may not have any problem, but they just keep having them do case plans. And I suppose that they get money for that, so they keep the child in the system longer than what needs to be. And after you're done completing the case plan, they add on more things to keep doing. And by that time, the child has been very alienated.
They get $150,000 a kid, up to $150,000. So you figure if you have 100 kids, $150,000, I mean, do the math. And all of this stuff, like you said, is on the websites. I mean, if people were to go to see some of the videos on
oh, it's sad. It's so sad. If you just go to YouTube and type in just CPS, and you'll see, and they're trying to change their ways, and but they're
it's going to take people.
Broken.
The more
it's
people
like the
know
Berlin
about it,
Winter
more
Wall.
people complain, maybe they're done.
People have to get the politicians involved. People have to be aware, and they have to step up and get this corrected.
There's no reason for these kids to be in this system for as long as they are.
We talked before the show, a good way to start in terms of gathering information is to maybe Google CPS reform, and you'll find a lot of the information. So if you're got your computer at home, go just Google it, CPS reform, and you'll start gathering a lot of the information that we have here in front of us. We have papers all over the studio.
We have a lot.
We can't pick up every piece and let you know what each one says, but obviously a system that depends upon getting people enrolled in the system is subject to misdiagnosis. And who does that hurt? The family and the children, the very same family and children that they're supposed to be taking care of.
Absolutely. And Governor Schwarzenegger is taking steps right now with an emergency proclamation to correct that, to take away some of those incentives, and to force the Child Protective Services to start placing children and getting the homes back together. That's a new thrust. And thankfully, people need to support Governor Schwarzenegger in these efforts. They need to let him know how much that means. And just going to YouTube / Oh So Lucky Me, they will be able to see the
videos. I have over 100 videos, and it's broken down by news, by children that have been in the system. And also, I just want to point out that children in the system are 10 times more likely to be abused sexually, physically, emotionally, and mentally than children in their natural family homes. So if there's a problem, what CPS needs to do is focus on the families and help them out if they need a little bit of help. Use some of those federal funds for that, but instead, right now, they're taking those funds away. So that, I believe, is the reason why they're keeping them in the system. It's just a shame. So.
Well, we've turned into a results, paperwork results, numbers on a piece of paper to help support the government bureaucracy type of situation. and obviously it's flawed. I mean, and again, it's not a person problem, it's a system problem. The system needs to be fixed. So let's remind people, for more information, please, Sal's going to put up the website, but if you got your Google thing at home, just Google CPS reform and start gathering more information if you find some of this information shocking. I deal with the San Luis Obispo Child Development Center, which is a child abuse intervention treatment program, and our goal is to keep the families together.
Right.
And I know some of the people in Child Protective Services, they are honest individuals, they're trying to do their job, but they are handcuffed by a system that's flawed, and a system that rewards
Title IV funds.
getting children involved in this and getting them on drugs. That means that they'll have the money they need for the next year to have their jobs continuing on. Something basically wrong with that.
People need to contact Lowe's Caps, Matt Kokanen, Kevin McCarthy, all of our
Maldonado, Sam Blakeslee.
Even Abel had responded to her in a positive way.
Schwarzenegger.
We need to get their work on it.
Nancy Schaefer, she's the 50th District Senator of Georgia. She had a whole, she's done an investigation, and she has also some recommendations that I'd like to add to it and submit this to legislative. Yes.
Okay, so any last, you got about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, any last words, any last advice to people at home who are sitting there going, what?
Don't just sit there and go, what? Sit there and look at it for yourself. Do the math, do the research, and I think you'll find that it's a system that needs to be fixed. It's not a bad system, it's a system that needs to be fixed.
All right. I welcome your suggestions also.
All right, so they can get in contact if they go on your MySpace. They have a way to communicate with you as well if they'd like to get more involved.
Yes,
okay,
please.
that's a great way. Thank you,
Like to hear from you.
Kathleen, first of all.
Thank you for
Gerald,
having
we
me.
appreciate you coming.
Thank you, Michael.
Please let us know, give us an update on how the battle is going.
We will.
And we will offer some time to Child Protective Services if they'd like to rebut any of the information that we've given on tonight's show. We've been more than happy to do that. And hopefully in June, they will come on and do that. My sense is that they won't. But we're going to give them that opportunity, and we hopefully they will. In the meantime, go out and Google CPS reform, see what they say. As we leave